All right, looks like we're back in business. Let me just reset my other screen. All right. Lot number 53, folks, is a 2013 Chevrolet Cruze. This is your 2013 Chevy Cruze, lot number 53, folks. I'm at 4 1/4 now, 4.5, 4 1/4 now, 4.5, bid 4.5, 4 1/4 now, 4.5, bid 4.5, 450. Sold 4 1/4, sold 4 1/4. Lot number 54 is the 1999 Ford Crown Victoria, folks. 1990 year, folks. Ford Crown Victoria. Here we go. I'm at 2 1/4 now, 2.5, 2 1/4 now, 2.5, now 275. Bid 2.5, now 275, 275, now 300, now 3 1/4, now 3 1/4, bid 3 1/4, 325, now 3.5. I'm at 3 1/4, now 3.5, bid 3.5, 350, now 375. 3.5, now 375, bid 375, now 400. I need 100, now 4 1/4, 400 bid, now 4 1/4, bid 4 1/4, now 4.5. I'm at 4.5, now 475, bid 475. Sold 4.5, sold 4.5. Lot number 55 is the 1999 Chevrolet Suburban. 1999 Chevy Suburban, folks. There it is. I'm at 75, 4.5 now, 470, 475, 500 now, 5 1/4, 500 bid now, 5 1/4, bid 5 1/4, 525, 525, now 5.5, I'm 5 1/4 now, 5.5, bid 5.5 now, 575. I'm 575 now, 600, bid 600 now, 6 1/4, 600 bid now, 6 1/4 now, 6.5. I need 6.5, 6.5 now, 675, 675, now 700. 700 now, 7 1/4, 700 bid now, 7 1/4, bid 7 1/4, 725, now 7.5. I'm at 7 1/4 now, 7.5, bid 7.5, 750, now 775. I'm at 7.5 now, 775, 775, 75. I'm at 7.5 now, 775, 775. Sold 7.5, sold 7.5. 6 is the 2002 Chevrolet Silverado. This is a rebuild salvage 2002 Chevrolet Silverado. Rebuild salvage, folks. 400, 4 1/4 now, 4.5, 4 1/4 now, 4.5, 450 now, 475. Bid 475, now 500. $500, 475, now 500, now 5 1/4, 500 bid, now 5 1/4, now 5.5. I'm at 5 1/4, now 5.5, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. Bid 600. Now 6 1/4. I'm at 600, now 6 1/4, now 6.5. I'm 6 1/4, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, now 675. I'm at 6.5, now 675. 675. Sold 6.5, sold 6.5. Lot number 57. Ford Expedition, folks. 12 Ford Expedition. Here we go. 3 1/4 now, 3.5. I'm 3 1/4 now, 3.5. 3 1/4 now, 3.5. 375, 400 now, 4 1/4. 400 bid now, 4 1/4. 5.5 now, 575. I need 600 now, 6 1/4. 600 bid now, 6 1/4 now, 6.5. 600. 900. 701 now, 7 1/4. 7 bid now, 7 1/4 now, 7.5. I'm 7.5 now, 775 now, 800. Bid 800. I bid 800. Bid 800. Now 8 1/4. In your bid, now 8 1/4. I'm 8 1/2. Bid 8 1/2. 850. Now 875. I need 875. 875. Now 900. Now 9 1/4. Now 9 1/4. Sold $900. Sold $900. 2007 450, folks. I'm at 8 1/2. 875. Now 900. Bid 900. 875. Now 900. Now 9 1/4. 9 1/4. 1,050. Now 1,100. Now 11 and a half. 11 and a half. Bid 11 and a half. Need CNC. 11 and a half. Sold $1,100. Sold $1,100. Lot number 59 is going to be the 2012 Chevrolet Silverado, folks. Here we go. I'm at 19 and a half, 2000, 2015, now 21, 21 and a half, bid 21 and a half. Those mean 2,200, now 22 and a half, now 23. I need 23, 22 and a half, now 23, now 23 and a half. Those mean 350, now 24. I need 24, now 24 and a half, now 25. Bid 25, 24 and a half, now 25, now 25 and a half. Bid 25 and a half, 25 and a half, now 26, 26 and a half, now 27. 27, 26 and a half, now 27. Bid 27, 27 and a half, now 28, 28 and a half. Bid 28 and a half, now 29, 29 and a half. Bid 29 and a half, now 3,000, $3,000, 3,000, 31, 3,050, now 31, 3,150, 31 and a half. Sold $3,100, sold $3,100. Moving on to lot number 60. It is a 2007 Chrysler Aspen, folks. 2007 Chrysler Aspen, folks. Here we go. 4 1/4, now 4 and a half. I'm at 5 1/4, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half, now 575. I'm 5 and a half, now 575. 575, now 600. Bid 600. 600, 6 1/4, now 6 and a half. I'm 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675, now 700. I need 700. 675, now 700. Bid 700. 7 1/4, now 7 and a half. I'm at 7 1/4, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half. Now 775. I'm 7 and a half, now 775. Bid 775. 7 and a half, now 775. Sold 7 and a half. Sold 7 and a half. Next up, folks, is going to be Rebuild Salvage. Rebuild Salvage. Lot number 61, folks. 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half, now 13. 1,300, 1,300. I'm at 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13. Sold 12 and a half. Sold 12 and a half. Here we go. Next up is going to be lot number. This is your 2001 Ford F-150, folks. 2001 Ford F-150, folks. 600, now 6 1/4. 650, now 6 1/4. 6 and a half, now 675. I'm at 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675. 7, now 7 and a half, now 775. I'm at 775, now 800. Bid now 8 1/4, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 1/4, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850, now 875. I'm at 8 and a half, now 875. Bid 875, now 900. I need 900. 9 1/4, now 9 and a half. I'm 9 1/4, now 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half. 1,000, 1,050, now 1,100. Get your bid, folks. 1,100. Bid 11 and a half. 11 and a half, now 1,200. I need 1,200 and a half. 13, now 13 and a half. I'm at 1,300, now 13 and a half. Bid 13 and a half. 1,350. 1,350. Sold $1,300. Sold $1,300. Here we go on the 7.5. I'm at 7.25, now 7.5, now 775. I'm 7.5, 775, now it bid 800, 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5, now 875. Bid 875, 9.25, now 9.5. I'm 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, 975, now 1,000. 1,050, now 1,100. I need 1,100. 1,100, now 11.5. Bid 11.5, now 1,200, now 12.5, now 13. I need 13. 1,300, now 13.5. Bid 13.5, now 14. I need 14. 13.5, now 14. Now 14.5. I'm at 1,400, now 14.5. Bid 14.5. 15.5, now 16. I need 16. 15.5, now 16. Need 600, 1,600, now 16.5. Bid 16.50, now 17. I need 17. 16.5, now 17. Bid 17. Sold 16.5. Sold 16.5. Next up is lot number 64. This is going to be the 2004 Chevrolet Tahoe, folks. 2004 Chevy Tahoe. Here we go. 675, now 700. Bid 700. 675, now 700. Now 7.25. 7.25, now 7.5. I'm 7.5, now 775. Bid 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8.25. 800 bid, now 8.25. Bid 8.25, 825, now 8.5. I'm at 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5, 850. Now 875. I'm at 8.5, now 875. 875, now 900. I need 900. 875, now 900. Bid 900, now 9.25. 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, now 975. I'm at 9.5, now 975. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. 1,050, now 1,100. Means 100. 1,050, now 1,100. But 1,100, now 11.5. I'm at 1,100, now 11.5. Bid 11.5, means 150, now 1,200. I need 1,200. 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200. Sold 11.5. Sold 11.5. Lot number 65 is going to be the 2004 Ford F-150, folks. This is your 2004 Ford F-150. Look at all those goodies. All that is extra. 6.5, 675, now 700. Bid 700. 675, now 700, now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25, now 7.5. I'm 7.25, now 7.5. 750, now 775. 775, now 800. Bid 800. 775, now 800. 8.5, now 875. I'm 8.5, now 875. Now 900. Bid 900. 875, now 900. Now 9.25. 900 bid, now 9.25. Now 9.5. I'm 9.5, now 975. Bid 975. 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 50. Now 1,100. I'm at 1,050, now 1,100. Now 11.5. Bid 11.5. 1,150. Now 1,200. I need 1,200. 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200. Now 12.5. I'm at 12, now 12.5. Need 250. Now 13. I need 13. 12.5, now 13. Need 300. 1,300. Sold 12.5. Sold 12.5. Moving on down to lot number 66 is a 1999 Ford F-150, folks. It is a 1999 Ford F-150. 5.25, now 5.5. I'm 5.25, now 5.5. Bid 5.5. 5.25, now 5.5. Now 575. I'm at 575. Now 600. Now 6.25. 600 bid. Now 6.25. Now 6.5. I'm 6.25. Now 6.5. Bid 6.5. 650. Now 675. I'm at 6.5. Now 675. Bid 675. Now 700. $700. 675. Now 700. Bid 700. Sold 675. Sold 675. Moving on to lot number 67 is a salvage 1999 Chevrolet Tahoe. Salvage on the 1999 Chevrolet Tahoe. Here we go, folks. 4.5 now, 475. I'm at 4.5 now, 475. Five and a bit now, 5.25 now, 5.5. 600 now, 6.25. 6.25 now, 6.25 now, 6.5.